My name is Nicola Giugioli. I'm the CEO of EcoAge Limited, and for a long time, almost all my life, I've been very passionate about sustainability. Renewable energy in UK and in Italy has been at the center of quite a different strategy and perception, both by the politician and the consumer. Sustainability, especially renewable energy, is something that we Italians can be very proud of, and it's not often that we say that. We are the first country in the world in terms of contribution of renewable energy to the total consumption. We have already reached the target that's been set of producing 17% of power from renewables by 2020, and we are the only country that did that. We also are the only country in which every single comune, town, has at least one solar panel. We have about 60 towns in Italy that produce 100% of the energy they consume from renewable energies. And we are the country in the world with the highest production compared to consume of solar panels. So we actually produce 11% of the energy that we use from solar panels, which is far higher than, let's say, England, that produce currently not even 1%. Italy has always been a country that has been producing energy through renewable energy thanks to the hydropower technology that in Italy has been always widely used in the last 20 years. And of course we are one of the countries which is kissed by the sun for 365 days a year, and therefore solar has always been quite at the center of the renewable technology strategy. UK, on the other hand, has started looking at renewables quite recently. This happened about 6 years ago through the feed-in tariff legislation that has incentivized the use of renewable technology in UK. Today, UK definitely, let's say that the biggest part of the renewable energy is produced through wind, especially offshore, so on the sea, and geothermal. In Italy, the largest chunk of renewable energy is today produced by solar. One of the main issues, though, has been effectively that despite the will of consumer and industries to invest in this technology, both legislation and regulation have actually been quite fragmented in different countries and also inside each country in different regions. When you install this system, you need at least 10 years of same incentive to actually pay it back. If I don't have the certainty that the same regulation will apply for the next 10 years, the result is that I won't install the solar panels because I never know what's going to happen next. And actually regulation has been one of the biggest blockage, despite the fact that they've tried to incentivize. So it had a sort of a counter effect. In England, every borough has a different take on renewables, and also your neighbours have the capacity of blocking installation on your house. In Italy, every single region and every single comune has a different legislation, and again, every year the map changes, every 5 years the map changes, the regulation might change. So you never have the certainty, which is actually what is needed to increase the capacity of renewable energy. The good thing is that we are not at a stage where bioarchitecture anymore is seen as very different from the standard building. You can actually achieve exactly the same look, exactly the same structural capacity, exactly the same level of comfort with the bioarchitecture that you would have without bioarchitecture. So today you can actually build an eco-friendly house without looking like a hippie living in a tent, basically. Problem is that exactly there is not really a regulation, apart from the fact that there is a requirement for people who rent properties, so for the landlord, to deliver what is called the HIP, the House Information Pack, that has to show the efficiency of the building. And if you are at a very low level of efficiency, you are pushed by the government to increase that level. So to go from class G, let's say, which is the less environmentally friendly house, to go up the scale and increase the performance of your building. You need to look at your consumer behavior mainly. And when you approach that, you will realize soon that actually this classifying mainly two issues: food and purchasing power of objects that you buy. In terms of food, what I would ask everyone to do is actually to start getting informed by the quality and the kind of food they buy. You can actually live an extremely good life buying only sustainable food, being this organic or bought by your local producer or at the farmer's market, or at least looking, when you go at the supermarket, to look at the ingredients of the food you buy and trying to avoid, I have a sort of a general rule, I try to avoid products that have ingredients that I don't understand what they're used for. In terms of fashion, which today is amongst the top 3 polluting industry in the world, the big issue is to actually decide to use your purchasing power as a vote. You need to vote when you buy. When you actually buy a product from a fast fashion company, you are giving them your vote. You're saying to them, yes, you are doing the right thing. And effectively, the cheap fashion becomes very expensive because you start paying £3 per every time you wear a t-shirt. While if you were buying a t-shirt £50, wearing them a lot of time, actually the price for that wear would be far lower. And actually that is democratic fashion. And it's democratic for everyone, also for the people that produce it, not only for you that consume it.